WRS has dropped a single, La Melodia, and I'm going to give you a little bit of bio about the song itself and what he has to say. After an intense summer where he's been traveling a lot in Spain and doing a lot of live performances, WRS came to prominence in this year's competition at Eurovision in Italy, in Turin. And even though he was, I think, way down and not in the top 3 as I predicted, his song was the most played in Romania on the radio. It's also been the most viewed in the top 3 since Turin and the competition. And he just seems to be getting more and more noticed and more successful. He's done really well on my channel. And fans were back on to me about, come on, he's dropped a couple of singles since your last reaction. Yes, but I have to say this to all WRS fans. I am inundated with requests from fans with new bands, underrated artists, as you'll see in my playlist, and I'm trying to fit in everybody, and it's difficult making the videos, editing, creating thumbnails. I do it all myself. I spend a lot of time doing it, so no apologies made. It's just when I can do a WRS one, I will keep fitting them in, as I said. And as I previously said in the video, I will continue to feature WRS and his music, definitely, because I think he's an incredible artist. Do check him out on the musical links attached to this video in the description. Now move on. After an intense summer with numerous concerts all over Europe, we're also with the first place on the radio in Romania with his Eurovision song La Melodia. WRS returns with the new single La Melodia. It was written and composed by Florin Rus together with Alex Cote and WRS, and the final production of the song was handled by Alex himself. What's special about this track, he says, is that it wasn't started by me. It's the first to release a track that I wasn't involved in creating from the beginning. The track was born in Florin Rus and Alex Cote's sessions last year. I was at the Creative Camp and I heard the track drop in their studio, and I ran into them because I loved it so much. We chose to release the track as a single to get all the attention this fall. After Eurovision and the success of my song and entry Lemonade, it's my favorite song so far. I've been listening to it for more than a year and I haven't got bored of it. I shot the video with Paul Moldovan, with whom I collaborate very well. He films, I edit. It's inspired by the 2000s at the start. My favorite period in pop music history, with lots of energy and dancing. The choreography was made by Christian Miron and Roxandra Timoska, and I invite you to dance to it on TikTok and everywhere, says WRS. WRS, one of the most chameleonic artists in the Romanian music industry, managed to cross musical borders. His releases being heard all over the world, with his participation in Eurovision, with his song from Germany, Spain, Turkey, Italy, or the United States are just some of the territories where tens of thousands of people listen to his songs every day. Recently, the artist released the EP Mandala, containing 5 songs, including the Eurovision hit Lemonade, a song that was #1 on the radio for 2 weeks back home, being the second single that enjoys the support of radio stations in the country. After that success, he had another big success with Amor. So La Melodia is what we're going to listen to. I have the lyrics in front of me. Let's take it away and let's feel a bit of upbeat Eurovision-y. Now, attached to this particular video is another upbeat tune from years ago now, way back in 2010. And it was one of my favorite dance tracks, so I'm combining them. And it's called Barbra Streisand. Do check it out, you'll love it. Take it away, WRS, and let's hear his new music that he dropped in the last couple of weeks, La Melodia.
La melodía, tu cuerpo en la playa de Cancún. Dámelo, dámelo, la melodía. Nos enamoramos en el agua azul. En Majacos, boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. El tiempo no pasa sin ti. Bella, bella, drip, drip, you're on my mind. Bringing hit and the vibes. Drip, drip, you're on my mind, don't go. La melodía, tu cuerpo en la playa de Cancún. Dámelo, dámelo, la melodía. Nos enamoramos en el agua azul. And my heart goes boom, boom, boom. And my heart goes boom, 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 boom. And my heart goes boom, boom. When she sings to me, I just love this melody. My boys are my remedy. La 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 la. Love's a mystery. When I feel her close to me, vente a mi lado. La 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 la. La melodía, tu cuerpo en la playa de Cancún. Dámelo, dámelo. La melodía, nos enamoramos en el agua azul. And my heart goes boom, boom, boom. Ay. Súbelo, súbelo. Súbelo. And my heart goes boom, boom, boom. And my heart goes boom, boom, boom. And my heart goes boom, boom, boom.
Well, we're back after that with my interpretation now of the lyrics. First of all, I want to say congratulations. It's upbeat. It does remind me of the Eurovision hit. It's going to be that kind of end of summer where people get together, have a few drinks. That's playing in the background. And I found a bit of Turkish influence in it, or it was traditional music from Romania that sounded a little bit Turkish. But at the same time, he does have that influence because his Eurovision song reminded me of a Spanish song. There was Spanish influence, definitely, with some of the choreographed moves that he made. I've just got to say, familiarity. It's wonderful to see some of the dancers, I think all of them, that traveled to Eurovision were there in this video as well. So hello to everybody. Well done. Simple, upbeat, but effective. Puts you in a great mood. Well done. La Melodia is one for the end of summer hits that's just going to take you into winter with a smile. So don't forget to check out the other video attached to this, as I said, called Barbra Streisand. You'll enjoy the two of them. Check it out, my playlist. And don't forget, in Romania, everybody that's a WRS fan, all of my videos are translated into your language. So do like and comment on this, and do subscribe. You won't be disappointed. There's lots of artists on my channel waiting for all of you to hear what they have to offer as well. And it's a mixture of everything. So go look and enjoy. And in the meantime, whilst you are looking, liking and subscribing, I'm going to bring up the lyrics. I really have to say, that was a nice, fresh song. I liked it now. I liked it a lot. So it starts, the melody, your body on the beach in Cancun. Give it to me, the melody. We fell in love in the blue water. My heart goes boom, boom, boom. All I can say is, when you're on holiday, it's a very holiday song, and you're going around the pool area and you're jumping in and out, and you know, you tend to notice somebody in the same hotel who's swimming away. And when you are in the water, it's not just your heart that goes boom, boom, boom. But we go back to, he goes, come stay with me in verse 2. Beautiful, beautiful. Time does not pass. Beautiful, beautiful. Drip, drip. It's very suggestive, quite sexual. And you're on my mind, bringing Gianna vibes, which is like, those are the vibes he's talking about. Drip, drip. You're on my mind. Don't go. So it's fun, it's loose, it's simple lyrics. It's just wanting him just to have that person notice him. And come on, let's have some holiday fun here. Let's swim together instead of me on my own. And so it goes into verse 3. The melody, your body's on the beach in Cancun. Give it to me, the melody. We fell in love in the blue water, my heart goes boom, boom, boom. Now he's saying we fell in love in the water. So did they swim together? Were they swimming close together? Did they spend time bobbing up and down in the water, looking at each other, making those little signs anonymously because you're away from everybody else watching you? Who knows? Let's continue. He continues, when she sings to me, I just love this melody, me poison, my remedy, la la la. When she sings to me, that can mean many things. It's whether she smiles or has an interest or focuses on you or just gives that attention that you're looking for with an eye, anything. And you just feel the closeness because you're also doing the same. So now he's in the invitation to say, come close to me, la la la. And then it finishes, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, and my heart goes boom, 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 and explodes because he says, and I'm going to do a great thumbnail for this particular video, and I'm going to have the heart explode and some of the dances just to attract more people to the video as well. But it's simple, it's beautiful, it's a summer song, it's about getting close to somebody, having a bit of fun. We've been giving to each other the eye. Let's have a holiday romance is what I'm getting from this. Nothing more, nothing heavy, nice, light, simple lyrics, because that's what good pop music's all about. And WRS is a choreographer, he writes his own lyrics, he does the dancing as well in the videos himself and chooses the outfits. He loves clothes, he loves expressionism, but it comes through in how good he makes you feel. And after hearing that, I loved it, and it will be on the repeat button. I was going to say re-hit button, but it's the repeat button. I think you're brilliant, WRS. I've been supporting you since Eurovision. You should have been in the top 3, but outside Eurovision, you have been #1 on the radio in your own country. You've been doing live performances throughout the Latin countries, particularly Spain. Things are on the up and up for you. Will you ever go back to Eurovision and represent your country twice? I think so. And I think instead of Ukraine winning, I think everybody knew they were going to win because people's votes went for a sympathy vote instead of a talent vote. And I feel you've got more talent in your little finger than the winning act of Turin this year. I really do. I felt it was a good song. I wanted it to be in the top 5, but was it deserving of winning? Talent-wise, I didn't think so. I thought you did. So maybe you'll give Eurovision a go sometime in the future. But with your career rising even in the United States and English-speaking countries, I actually don't think you need to go back. What I think you need to do, WRS, is continue to go forward. Until the next reaction, thank you for listening. Take care for now.